Catie, does a bear shit in the woods?
Does a bear shit in the woods? I'll tell you if a bear shits in the woods.
Yohaga, everybody.
Yohaga. I'm alive.
This is probably one of the happiest days of a mama's life. My daughter is still with us.
I almost got eaten by a bear this morning. No joke. Literally no joke. I tried to take my dog Bear, ironically. Don't name your dog Bear
if you live in a forest.
And you need to loudly identify that there's a bear in the forest. It doesn't come in handy.
Realization number 1. If you live in a forest, don't name your dog after a forest predator.
I was walking through the woods. Bear and I were having a really lovely walk. And we're walking around, hopping around, bumping around.
Which is the first time you've been in the woods in
a really long time.
Since you had COVID in July.
Yeah,
so it's like a big freaking deal.
It was a big deal.
A big, beautiful deal.
Like, this is fantastic. I'm going to go. I'm going to enjoy. Leave my phone here. I don't need to be on any kind of social media while I'm out there, right? Nature. Right. Hashtag nature.
Hashtag nature.
So I'm out there with
Hashtag live in the moment.
Hashtag try to stay alive, bring your phone with you.
Or
could have texted for help.
Maybe bear spray at this point.
Honestly, at this point. So I was walking. Bear and I were on a lovely walk. We're going across to see the pond, and the pond is probably not frozen anymore, but this morning it was all frozen over. Like, there were parts of the pond that were like glistening and white and gorgeous and just absolutely beautiful frozen over. So we try to make our way around to the other side of the pond. And he hops over first, not a big deal. And he waits for me for a little bit, and then I try to hop over and realize if I try to hop over, I'll slip. So I'm like, wait, there, because he had already jumped off, which I was not planning. He had jumped off and pulled apart from the lead. And so now at this point, he's kind of taunting me on the other side, being like, I'm over here, you can't get me. And I was like, great, that's not part of the plan. So he's off the lead now, off his leash, which I was not planning, because he pulled away and it like practically dislocated my wrist. Just like, finally I get around to where he's at and he takes off. Because he now thinks this is a game of come find me in the woods, Mom. Because he's a husky. We've got 20 acres. Why wouldn't he have fun?
He's a cutie pie.
I don't mind him running around except for when there's a bear. Or when he's going off towards traffic. Little butthead. So I'm running after him, trying to find him. I stop for a minute to try to listen to where he is. There's no sounds whatsoever. Deep in the middle of the forest. Absolutely no sounds. I should just reenact this with camera. Couldn't find him. Was trying to look for, disruption on the ground, try to find a trail of where he went. So I thought I found some paths. So I followed what I thought was his, trail. Which it was his trail. But the thing is he was tracking a bear. So while I was tracking bear, he was tracking a bear. So in my tracking bear, I tracked a bear.
There you go.
Bear within a bear. And I came up to this spot, and there was this big pile of dung. Just all smothered down the side of a tree. Big, round, huge, ginormous. On the side of the tree and on the ground. Massive. And I was like, does a bear shit in the woods? And I laughed to myself, but I didn't think much of it. Yes. And then I kind of had the thought, that's decently fresh. Like maybe within a few days. And so then, you got a tick on you already, mister. Anyway, as I was saying. Found a big pile of dung. Followed his trail up the hill to our roadway that we have cut out. And when I got up onto the roadway, I heard a little bit of rustling, which was him. Yeah. This is your side of the story, huh, Bear?
I know. I'm hearing the story.
You should put subtitles underneath it.
Yeah?
What else happened? Yeah, you did break free from your leash, huh? And then what? Yeah, did you find the bear?
Was he scary?
You protected Mama, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you heard me screaming. Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm. It was scary. He has feelings too.
Yes. Okay, let Mama finish talking.
So then I was crying, screaming as Bear was telling you. Yeah.
Maybe he needs a treat for being a good boy. And
you do need a treat.
saving.
You protected me. You actually legitimately protected me from it. My legs are legit shaking. Like,
Yeah.
I am jello right now. I'm like, the amount of adrenaline.
Yeah.
Not fun. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend. Are you prepared?
Oh, yeah, I'm prepared.
Bear. Bed. Good boy. Oh, that cheek.
So you saw the
so much adrenaline.
you saw the poo on the tree.
I saw the poo on the tree. I heard a little bit of rustling, so I headed towards where I thought Bear was. And when I got up to the maintenance road that we had made, I heard like that, like classic bear noise.
Yeah.
And I just stopped. And I was like, I'm alone in the woods. Everyone is asleep. My dog is off the leash running around in the woods. And there's Bear. Great.
Great.
I quite literally was like, this is how I die. I flashed to like watching my friend playing a video game. He gets mauled by a bear. We all scream. I'm like, this is how I'm gonna go out the same way my freaking video game characters do. So I heard the bear noise and I just froze, and then I screamed for Bear, and I said, Bear, come here now. And he did, and he ran immediately straight over to me. But then he stopped. He ran towards me, circled me, and ran away from the noise.
He's
and I was like, smart dog. So then I followed him further away from the noise, and the second I took a step, exactly, he made another noise, didn't he? He growled at us again. Yeah, and he told us, he said, get away from my berry spot. I'm trying to nap.
Yeah.
You're disturbing my sleep. Yeah, it was a scary noise, wasn't it?
Okay, just a minute. Mama's gonna
And
finish
so
your
the
story.
bear made another noise. Big, scary noise. And at this point, I started hollering to Mom and Dad. I was like, there is a bear in the woods. Not my dog Bear.
Yes.
There is an actual real-life bear in the woods.
Yes.
Bear is also off his leash. You were off your leash. You ran away. Don't you say you weren't. Shaking your head like that.
Meanwhile, Mom and Dad had both already been awake, laid back under the warm covers for, as we do sometimes, where it's like, I just want 5 more minutes under the warm covers. And we laid under there and fell asleep. I fell asleep so hard, I was dreaming. When Aunt Stacy, who now lives with us on our property, came banging on the door and said, Kitty's yelling in the woods.
Come in.
Watch out for the dog.
Yeah.
We're,
It must have felt like a sitcom, though.
we're chronicling
in a sense,
the event. Well, we were like,
Later, not now.
I told Aunt Stacy, oh, she's probably yelling for Bear. And Aunt Stacy said, no, she specifically said, it's a bear, it's not my dog.
Which was the most terrifying distinguisher I have ever had to make while yelling for Bear or a bear in the woods.
Yeah. So, of course, we got up and came running.
Talkie-walkies with you? Talkie-walkies?
Walkie-talkies?
Walkie-talkies. Take walkie-talkies with you in the woods if you're going out.
And the three of us went out there, and it was really quiet. And Aunt Stacy said, of course, now she's not screaming at all, which made us worried. So then
I was
we
just
started
listening for them.
Yeah.
I was trying to listen to hear if they had heard me at all.
So-
And then I realized I'd been quiet for long enough that they might think I have met my demise. So then I was like, I'm making my way to the pond.
So we all just kept trekking in the direction. I kept trekking in the direction I thought she would be. And
I just didn't want you guys to go out the maintenance road.
and then
get
we
attacked by a
saw
bear.
her,
That was the
and we were reunited with Catherine safely.
even Doc could tell. Like Doc was doing spins.
Oh, and the goats.
Yeah.
The goats got out of their pen.
Yeah,
They're
they-
like,
like,
screw
they
this.
knew.
We're not staying here. Something serious is going down, man.
Yeah. I feel bad that I riled up the animals, but the fact of the matter is I was legit afraid that I was going to be attacked by a bear. Like, I heard the bear. It was within probably 30 to 50 feet of where I was at. I could see the rustling of the trees in the distance. Like,
Well,
close for
first
comfort.
of all,
too close for comfort.
our bear, Boo Bear over there, who's being cute.
Yeah.
For him to come back, circle you, and then lead you home.
Yeah, and here's the thing: he led me on a path that I didn't know anything about. It was a secret path away from where the bear was.
Yeah,
and it was an easy path for me to take, which means he knew that I would be able to take the
We've
path.
been trying.
Like, he's a smart service dog, and I told him, I was like, "Take me home, take me home."
Yeah, for
and
a while.
He immediately was like, "Okay, this is the way back home," and led me exactly the way. He even knew a spot to jump over that was like way smaller than any spots that I had ever seen on the property before.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow he found, well, that's a cute ride. Somehow he had found some pathway.
She's talking about this over here.
I guess it was probably
Right,
his
your
friend.
path.
You know what? No, it was smaller than that. It was his friend the skunk's path because it was this big of a trail. It was literally not even big enough for my boot to fit on.
Yeah.
And the jump spot, though it was covered in blackberries, it was so frozen over I could kind of step on them good. And I was like, okay, Bear, we're just going to have to walk through the thorns. I am genuinely, praise Jesus, I kept saying, I can trample over scorpions and serpents, nothing by any means shall harm me the entire time. Because I was like, how am I not covered in burrs or stickers? Yeah. I literally trampled through so many blackberry patches. I don't know how I don't have a single cut on me. It is a literal miracle. If
That's
you guys had
I
seen...
take them all.
Dad goes
Father's love.
and he walks through there.
No,
He's
but
already
like,
got
I was on a pathway that I had never seen before that he had like
been on or had gone through or
it had clearly never been human foot traffic.
right.
It had only been gone under by maybe ghost even. Maybe it was a ghost trail. A ghost trail.
That's our cat.
Yeah.
We adopted a feral cat, and we call her Ghost. So,
I didn't die in the woods by a bear.
yay!
Hallelujah.
Welcome
Be careful if you go
to
to
the 18th day of Vlogmas. This is our first.
Happy Hanukkah.
This is our first day of doing it. All right.
That's because we're starting on Hanukkah. We start on Hanukkah and then we end out the year that way.
There we go.
We only do
What?
how many days of Vlogmas is that?
I think this is the 12 days of Christmas, so that works.
Yeah, there you go. See?
All right, everybody. I don't know what day it is, but
The 18th.
we love you.
We're
Thanks
not
for
going back
watching.
out to the bear.
Bye-bye.
Happy trailing. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Take your phones with you in the woods.
Stay safe out there and have a Merry Christmas.
Have a berry Christmas.